Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cory Turner Talks Cars. And it's time for Friday Funnies. Absolutely one of my favorite segments. Every week I'm looking forward to Friday so I can share the zany and crazy stuff that I have found throughout the week with you. And you're sharing some great and crazy stuff that you found with me. Special thanks to Rory Sanders and Jake Pappas for sending me some great pictures and some great videos. We're going to jump into those right now. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Our goal is 500 subscribers by April 6th. So we don't have too much time left, so be sure to share us with your friends. Let's see if we can get that and hit our goal of 500 subscribers. All right, let's jump in here now. I don't know what's going on with people lately. I haven't seen a ton of these videos. I have no idea what's happening. Why are we running over the poles in parking lots? I think last week or the week before there was another one, and this one right here. This is crazy because, for one, it's yellow. I don't know how you missed that. Two, it's at the edge of the parking lot. The driveway's a little bit further to the left, but you had to be going pretty fast to elevate yourself that high and to get yourself caught. I can understand if you hit it and smashed up your bumper, but the fact that you hit it fast enough that you elevated yourself and got stuck up there, you were going pretty fast. Okay, that's pretty funny. I've been seeing quite a bit of those lately. I'm like, I have no idea what people are doing. Talk about not paying attention. Must have been on the phone for sure. Okay. This comes, thank you, Rory Sanders, for seeing this and sending this over, because this is nuts. I want the extended bed pickup truck. So somebody went in, this is definitely a DIY, and they added, what is that, like almost 4 feet of truck bed to the end of this truck. I don't even be anywhere near this thing when it turns. Could you imagine? You ever seen a bus turn and like the tail swings out? I can't even imagine when this thing takes a turn how wide that thing's going to swing out. You got to give that thing plenty of space. That's hilarious. Imagine, it'd be funny to fill up the back. Imagine the wheelies you could pop with that back. Put enough heavy stuff in the back. Of course, it'd probably just pop off. But, wow, that's crazy. So, Rory, thank you for sending that one over. That's just crazy. Okay, I hear horror stories of people wrecking cars at car lots. Employees, valets, moving the cars back and forth. Was reading the other day about someone talked about, Ford puts the turn dials for the gear selector, and someone wrecked $100,000 worth of cars because they had the Mustang or the truck or something and it smashed into some other cars. If you work at a car lot and you heard some crazy stories or you've had some crazy things happen, be sure to put that in the comments. I want to share that. But yeah, here's somebody obviously at a car lot, obviously on the showroom floor, and they smashed it into a pole. Oh, looks like a Ford. What a mess. Yeah, so can't imagine trying to explain that. I think if I worked there and I did that, I think I would just walk straight on out the door and just keep going. My wife and I, Angie and I, we were at a restaurant one time, and the girl came around, she had her tray totally full of stuff. She kind of came around the corner and slipped. It literally wasn't her fault. And everything slid off the tray and just smashed on the floor. And of course, we all turned and look. We were watching the whole time. And she just kind of looks around, and then she turns and walks back in the kitchen. Never saw her again. So that's what would happen, I think, here if that was me. I'd be like, yeah, okay. Yeah, you can keep my final check. That's no problem. This one comes over by Jake Pappas. I was really fortunate. Jake sent us quite a few things here recently. So you can't afford the paint job. So you're like, maybe I'll just do a wrap. You can't afford the wrap. Check this out. This is duct tape. They completely painted their car. They completely wrapped their car in duct tape. And I gotta admit, it looks pretty cool. I think that is hilarious that they did it in duct tape. There's just a few places right there over the rear well and that you can see it's kind of popping and bubbling. But there you go. So if you need a paint job, duct tape, man, you can do it. It stinks. Again, this comes from Jake, man. Jake, thank you. I've got a few things here from you. It just sucks when you lock your keys in the car and you're stuck. I'm so excited that these people decided to help. They're all there. They're working on it. But am I missing something? Because isn't the side window missing? Looks like they have a trash bag and duct tape, which we know is a vital automotive tool resource. Isn't the back window out? Why don't we we just reach through and do that? I don't know. Oh, maybe they're out of duct tape and they're afraid that wouldn't stick back. I don't know. Man, that poor car's been through it. It's missing a hubcap. It's missing a side window. Oh, they're trying to break through that way. That's hilarious. Who knows? Wow. Okay. Seems easy to me. I think I would just go through that, but okay, that's all right. All right, let's see. Moving on here. I've got another one here. Here we go from Jake. Look at that. They got the mystery machine over there. We buy cars, but screw that. I'm going for the shark. Or the whale. Look at that. They got the big whale car over here on the side. That's what I'm going for. The mystery machine is cool. Imagine driving around the whale. I always wanted to drive around the Oscar Mayer Wiener, but the whale, that would have been cool. Oh, man, look at that. That is a bad accident. The front of that car is destroyed. I like the dog emblem there on the back, but did you notice who the driver is? I wonder if he has his license. Does the dog have his license? He's very fortunate the airbag didn't go off, whatever happened there. That's crazy. Look at the dog just sitting there. That's a perfectly timed shot. I love that one. That one's hilarious. Thank you to Jake for sending that one over too. That's awesome. Well, I still can't believe that people try to break into the car. Okay. So you see people driving down the freeway and they're doing stunts. We actually got caught up once. We were in South Lake, Texas, and I think it was like on a Saturday, and we're driving along, and all of a sudden, hundreds, 300, 400, 500 bikes came flying by, chase vehicles. Of course, it was an organized event. It wasn't a legal event because there were police rushing through trying to stop everybody. But it just got engulfed into a sea of motorcycles doing tricks like this. Now, this guy, he has a bad day. So he gets up there. He's done fine. He loses it. Oh, boom, hits it there. It gets worse because he took himself out and his buddy. But, he is super fortunate. Look at that. If he had hit the supports of that guardrail, oh, man, that would have been bad. So that was tough. But, yeah, he took himself out and his buddy. I'd be like, dude, okay. Everybody wants a cool sports car. You want lots of horsepower, right? Because that is awesome. And imagine the burnouts and what you're able to do with that. The problem is they can be temperamental and hard to control. Because look at that. Just took it right into the bushes. Like didn't even really smoke the tires, really. Just right there, shifted gears, lost control. I think I've told the story before of years ago when the first Viper came out, the Roadster, no roof, no door handles, anything like that. A friend of mine had one, and I was like, hey, can I drive it? And he's like, sure. And we got in, I'm like, are you okay if I open it up? He's like, yeah. And I opened it up, and I think I just about scared him to death. But I'll be honest with you, first gear to second gear, it got a little loose because there's so much power in there. And, of course, this Corvette did right there. And they put it in the tree. That is such a bad deal. Okay, talking about going fast. If you watch car races, sometimes you don't realize how fast they are going. Because when everything's going fast, it just looks normal, right? It's like when you're watching NBA and you're like, oh yeah, those guys, they're not that tall. And then like you see them with a average person and you realize, oh, they're all tall. That's why they just look normal out there. I always used to laugh when they used to like little Steve Nash. I'm like, Steve Nash is like 6'4", I think. So, I mean, he's that's not really little, but in comparison. Okay, but when you're watching a race, you got to understand, these guys are flying. I want you to watch. The car in the black is going to have an accident. Let's watch how far this guy slides. All right, so he comes around the turn, loses it there, hits that, flips over, woo, lands on his roof, and check out how far this guy slides. Look at that. That is insane. So if you look how, okay, that's the turn back there in the back. That's the turn here right there. He slid that entire straightaway on his roof. So imagine how fast he was going. And that was going into a turn. So it wasn't like he was coming out of turn and they've been racing down the backstretch that whole time. That was coming out of the turn, crashed that much. That is pretty rough. So we just watched the professional race car drivers and they have accidents. It scares me to death. Scares me to death when they let just the average Joe pay to go on a racetrack. We watched Nürburgring where you can pay. It's not that much, so much per hour what you can go on there. I'm not going to say it's $30 or $40, but some like really nominal fee. But then you also have to sign that you're responsible for damage to the racetrack, if the wrecker has to come out and get you, if paramedics are involved. So, I mean, it can easily, if you're not a good driver, turn into a bad day. This guy right here is so close. Look at this. Oh. He made it. Look at that again. He is so close to taking himself out. That R8 almost had a bad day. But he saved it. He did good. So we're going to give him that one right there. All right. So you've got your beautiful car. You're probably headed to a car show. You have waxed it. You have cleaned it. It's amazing. It is ready. All you have to do is pull through the tolls. Now, take the speed bump carefully. Watch the speed bump. Be careful. Oh, but don't forget to look up. Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine? Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine? Look at that. And he drives a little bit with it on there. And, it's just scraping the top. Oh, that makes me sick. But that's a bad day. Woo, that's a bad day. Okay. So, you wrecked your car and you're like, oh, great. It's a bad day for you. But it's a good day for the guy that drives the wrecker, right? Because now he's going to make some money, get to pay some bills. So he's there. He's like, yeah, this is good. This is a good day. He flips it over. And wait, stop. And bye-bye. It is gone. It is off down the hill. What I have to laugh about, if you're the driver of the car, you hired him, you might be in the hospital. Looks like they rolled it. You go back to see your car and you're like, how did he get grass stains? I don't remember driving in the grass. Oh, that's that poor guy right there. And he's just like, oh, it's so bad. Okay. I don't know what people are thinking. And sometimes I guess they just don't care, because this is a person that obviously just does not care about their car and maybe their own personal safety a little bit. Flying down that street, and watch this. Whoop, boom. When I first saw it, I thought someone flew out. It's not. It's just the stuff he had in the back. Watch this in slow motion. I don't even know why. I don't know what's going on, but check it out. Here we go, and boom. Oh, that's so bad. There was a road. I don't know if it's there anymore. It was in between Denton and Louisville, and I had a Dodge Stealth, and it was a pretty fast car. But there was a road that if you were on it, it would kind of take a little bit of a rise, and then just as you wanted to rise, it would turn to the left. But if you knew the street, it would drop off, and there was actually a little road that went straight. And I used to take friends on there, and I'd go flying, and then they would see the street turn to the left, and we would go off, and then they would scream. It wasn't as an intense of a drop as this, but it was pretty funny as you'd fly and you'd hit down. That poor Stealth. We did some crazy things in that, but nothing like this. This is crazy. I don't even know how you expect to drive away from that. There's just parts of that car falling off. Who knows? Okay. I don't ride motorcycles anymore. That's definitely in the past. A lot of it is because I don't pay enough attention. I mean, I pay attention, but maybe not quite enough attention. I mean, when you're on a motorcycle, you got to account for everybody because no one accounts for you. Be sure to keep your head on a swivel if you're driving. Watch out for motorcycles because they're awesome. I love them. I just don't ride them that much anymore. But I have the utmost respect for these guys. This actually scares me to death. I don't know how they race these things with the speed and the traffic and the way they do. It amazes me. This guy, this guy has a trick to remember. Check this out. He comes around the turn. Loses it. Yeah, I got it. Okay, I'm good. No, I'm good. Whoop, nope. Buck down. Okay, we'll just wipe the windshield off here while we're up here. No problem. We'll step off to the side. I got this. Woo, I got it. Okay, wow, we are going fast. Look at the balance. Oh my gosh, that is so crazy. He still got it. And the guy on the side's like, hey. Check him out. He is going. He is still going. I think they even get a reverse angle of it. Is that not insane? He is still flying. Check out how fast he's going. That is insane. And he saves it. No big deal. Gets right back on. Okay, good. Look at that. Whoop, whoop. Oh, man. Whoop. Oh my gosh, I would need an entirely new set of leathers after that. Might be a little stinky to be around me after that. That was pretty scary. So anyway, huge thank you to Rory Sanders and to Jake Pappas for sending over some crazy, funny stuff you sent over to us. The funniest of those videos to me, they were all great, but the okay, the people trying to break into the car that already has the window missing, that's pretty good. But the dude who wrapped his car with duct tape, I think that's pretty classic. That one's awesome. So if you found something funny, be sure to send it my way. Maybe we'll put it on next week's Friday Funnies. Maybe we'll give you a shout out too. Remember to like, comment, and share. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And let's talk about cars tomorrow.